Our new boat made it all the way out there and all the way back, which is pretty awesome. But today, we're not going to be working with the water at all because we're going to be working with wheels and something on the land. Unless that thing obviously floats, because that could be the case. But no, what we're going to do is we're going to go to sleep up the top of these stairs inside that building, and then in the morning we're going to come out, we're going to make our way over to this workbench over here, and we're going to start building a land vehicle. So, let's get to it. Well, we've woken up, so let's go ahead and head straight over there. I'm going to just run this way, I'm sure it'll be fine. We don't need stairs where we're from, let's go! You know, last time I actually, I was researching land vehicles, we don't actually need it. No, because if we go in here, I believe we start with 3x3 wheels. That could have been it. That is useful in itself. Oh, that's crazy. It's kind of annoying, actually, because 3x3s would have been fine. And actually, I think they still will be fine. I'm going to build something with these. We're still obviously researching land vehicles. I can't really stop that. But it's okay. Starting out then with some pipes, let's just go ahead and chuck that guy on there, and chuck these guys on here, and then the wheels can go on there, just like so. Obviously, if that's the front, then we need to be able to steer them, but that's okay. Okay, so from there, let's go ahead and have this come backwards. Don't really know how far. I'm going to go to just the other side of this, and then have it go out just there. There we go. Go ahead and connect this guy onto here like so. That is fine. Is it? Yeah. I mean, those wheels look tiny, but I think this is okay. You know, I actually forgot we could do this, but the wheels themselves can be made to be bigger. So we're going to make them 2.0 instead of 1.0. And to me, that seems pretty good. Yeah. I could even double up the rear wheels if I wanted to, and see what that looks like. Oh, yeah. Oh, this could be cool. I don't actually have an idea for the body in mind just yet, but I'll have to figure that out. Let's do it. So, what I want to do from here is, obviously I've added these pieces right here. That allows me to have an actual floor. I think the floor is going to go there like that. I'm going to get myself a seat, and I am just going to go ahead and chuck it right there in the center. Yes. Okay, so far so weird. Just behind the driver, which is obviously going to be me, we're going to go ahead and shove in one of these guys, which brings it upwards. And then I'm going to put a motor on there. Actually, maybe a gearbox there first. So gearbox, then a motor, and then we'll see what happens. So have this be like 3-to-1. There we go. We're going to need some batteries. The batteries need to be low. So in order to do that, actually delete most of this. There we go. Bring it up, actually, and bring it across here like that. There we go. And then delete the underside. Okay. So far, so weird, but that's fine. So, battery. Let's go ahead and grab one of these. Chuck it upside down and chuck it on there like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's kind of annoying that it's 5. So actually, let's delete this guy. I'm going to shove it there. And then all of this can be moved forwards. Yeah, I don't see why not. Cut it, move it forward to there. Paste it in, merge this together. That is awesome. So now we can test it already. Delete these guys, they're unnecessary. There we go. And then connect it all together and see what it drives like. Just before you test anything like this, make sure you put a rope anchor on it somewhere, just so that, in case you need to tow it, you can actually tow it. Alright, here we go. This is our motor vehicle. Drive! Obviously, it's 4-wheel drive. Or technically 6, I guess, maybe. Okay. I mean, it drives. Yeah. I don't think this is too bad. Don't know how much battery power we've used just yet, but imagine quite a bit. No, we haven't. I think this'll work. This'll be fine for me, I think. Okay, let's go ahead and build a body around this then. What an absolutely bizarre design this is. It looks a little bit like a Rocket League car. You know what I mean? Hopefully you guys know what I mean. Anyway, I'm sort of happy with it, so let's go ahead and try and design, I don't know, like a little body that goes on this, and then maybe we're gonna need some extra seats so that we can carry people. That's kind of what this thing is for anyway. Okay, let's grab a body color. We're gonna go with Frantic Red for now. Go ahead and chuck that on there, across to here, probably. Go ahead and shove this guy on there like that, and whack this across the front, just like so. That's very low, kind of weird, but also fine. There we go. Chuck those guys on there. Maybe on these pieces we can just do this, actually. There we go. And that across, well, it would be this, actually, wouldn't it? That's ugly. That is so ugly. What I'll do is this. Okay. Looks a little bit nicer. Still ugly, though. I'm redesigning. Redesigning on the go. Chuck those guys on there. Go ahead and chuck a 1x2 on the edge piece. Obviously, just like that. And that looks a little bit better, but I think it should be taller. Yeah, I think that looks nicer than what we had, so we're going to go with that. Delete these guys, going back over, obviously. And then we're going to obviously have to send this across here as well. There we go. Don't know how I feel about the driver being here. We're going to move the driver back to about this location, and then this stuff can go forwards. Yeah. Okay, I've deleted the things, I've moved this forwards, that's good. Let's go ahead and chuck this guy in here like this, delete this guy at the bottom, and, well, that is going to be a spotlight eventually, so for now, just box it off, that's fine. On the very top of this, delete that guy, chuck this on here like that, and then on the rear, we'll do the same sort of thing, and attach it to the body like so. That's kind of cool, actually. So far, kind of cool. Chuck this guy on... Here? Delete that. Chuck that across there like this. And then we'll have this guy go here like that. And then that's kind of the end of the bodywork, I think. I think so. So delete this guy. Go ahead and get a straight piece like this guy. Chuck that on there. Get a seat and chuck that directly on top of this. Like so. Box this stuff off, I guess? I don't really know. There we go. And chuck that in there like that. And then the rest of it, I think, will be like pipes, maybe. I'm also going to go ahead and paint all of this too. All the interior of these wheels is paintable. There we go. Okay, that works. Paint this guy at this side like so, and I think that's fine. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's time for pipes. So this pipe is going to go across here like so. We're going to add one of these pipes right here like this, and I'm just going to bring this up. And this is essentially going to be an anti-roll bar. I don't think it should go quite here, but maybe. There we go. That looks awful. That looks so bad. Maybe check another one of these on as well. Okay. And I am going to actually attach these guys together just here like this. Okay. So far, extremely weird. Maybe, actually, if we bring this up a little bit, and I chuck this guy on here like this. There we go. I'll actually round over the top edge too, and then we'll attach them both together. There. I don't know what to do with the back area, though. I've added an extra pipe right there, and essentially, I'm going to go ahead and grab it in this color. We're going to raise it up like so, and there's going to be some sort of weird little spoiler on the back. Okay, so that could go across there like that. We'll box off the middle section. No, that looks stupid. That looks really dumb. Never mind, changes are being made. I've moved the seat even further back, so I'm going to go ahead and move the roll cage back, like so. And then we need to somehow attach all of this together. So, grab the red, send it from here like this. Okay, it's a bit crazy, but sure. Attach that one onto there like that. Delete this guy, and I think if I add like an X piece in there, that should be fine. There we go, cross section, excellent. I'm gonna have to sort out whatever's going on here as well. So another cross section here. There we go. Smack that on there like that. That's good. And then on the other side, another one of those. Okay, on the very rear, just go ahead and attach this guy on, like so. And then I'm just gonna box it all in, I think. So box all that off. Box this little bit right here. Merge that together. I think that's fine. It still looks incredibly weird. I think we're getting there. Yeah, I think we are getting there. Let's go ahead and remove this little back piece like this. There we go. We'll probably shove some lights in here just for now. These lights might work, these lights might not work. But we'll chuck them on there for now anyway. Where the headlight is going to go, we're going to go ahead and chuck lights on as well. And then I need to figure out this area. I think this should come further back. So let's do it. Let's just chuck this guy in here. Send it backwards from there. Pretty much all the way to here. We clearly then don't need this, so we'll sort that bit out. This can go on there. I think that's kind of cool. Maybe just leaving it like that will actually be fine. Yeah. Let's go ahead and shove this piece into here and here. And then maybe just one of these. There we go. And maybe one of these? Yeah, we're going to go with it. We are rolling with that. It's such a strange looking vehicle, though. It's like half tractor, half KTM. No. What am I saying? Caterham. Let's go ahead and shove some seats on here. So we'll add 2 on the back. There we go. And I would like to add more, but 2 seems to be it. I can't really put one there. Oh, I can. There we go. We got 4. 4 extra seats. Why not? This little bit right here, don't know what to do with it just yet. I actually have no idea. I think I'll just leave it. I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay, it's all been attached together. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a battery. We're actually going to get some more batteries. And I'm just going to chuck them in here. Obviously, we got more room, so we might as well add batteries. So that we can use the room. There we go. Not going to have them go all the way, obviously. But this does make it very sort of front heavy. Although actually, pretty much in the middle. This is pretty good. It's time for some dials. Let's just go ahead and chuck them in here. We'll chuck all of them pointing upwards. That's fine. Speed obviously goes in the middle. We'll let this go to 150. This one is going to be Batteroo. And actually, we don't need another one. Hang on. Batteroo. Yep, we don't need this one on the other side. So let's get rid of this. Replace it with this. That is fine. And then we'll attach them all together. So they all go to that right there. Let's then connect... well, speed can't be connected, but battery can. Connect that straight to... I don't know. The battery in the middle? Yeah, sure. And that's it. Yeah, I think we're ready to sort of go. I'm going to press 2 and attach that to all the lights really quickly. And then we can go. Okay, here it is. Clearly not a war vehicle, but it is a vehicle nevertheless. So press 2, that's our lights. Drive. Okay, our battery still on 1. Still on 1. Alright, let's have a little look. Still on 1. Oh, no. Less than 1 now. But we are moving at a decent pace. Turning is interesting. Let's go ahead and see if we can get up like a vertical surface. I haven't designed it for that, but let's see if we can. This might be a bit of a challenge, but maybe it won't be. Alright, so we're going to try and get up this vertical space right here. I have definitely not designed it for this, but it can do it, apparently. Apparently we're just going to go straight to the top. Well, that's ridiculous, actually. Put the brakes on? That is wild! These aren't even high grip tires. These are just all-round tires. Interesting. Just gonna go ahead and turn around on the side of a cliff. That seems fine. There we go. And drive straight back down. I think the bumper on the front is probably the thing that's gonna be most in the way, but we'll see. It seems like it is just driving straight down with no problems right now. Ah, it's gonna be fine. Let's go ahead and add some equipment to this, and a little bit more detail, and then we can maybe use it? I don't know what we'd use it for, though. It's equipment time. Let's do it. So, on both sides, actually, let's bring all this back. I'm going to delete this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And I'm going to chuck some equipment back there. So, starting out, a welder on both sides. We're going to add... a fire extinguisher, probably, on both sides, and then 2 first aid kits on both sides as well. So, first aid kit pointing outwards. I think that's correct. So, one there, one there. I think that'll be fine. Yeah. A defibrillator can go in the floor back here, so let's do that next. There we go. Chuck that right there. I think that's it. What I'm also going to add, actually, is a cable connector, just so that we can actually charge this thing up. Because if we can't charge it, then there's problems, but yeah, I think that'll do. You know what I think this is missing, actually, is possibly just like a window. It doesn't have to be a nice window, but I think a window is missing. So, even something like this would be pretty cool. It'd have to go all the way out here, though. Oh, and then we'd have to build it all in. I think we'll try it. Let's see what we think of this. There we go. Just chuck those guys in there. And then that guy there. I mean, it looks weird. It does. But maybe that's okay. Maybe it's okay to look a bit strange. Let's go ahead and paint those. Sure. The other option, actually, is if I delete that, we go to the windows again, but it's actually one of these. And then one of... where is it? These? Alright, smaller than that, obviously. One of those. Sure, let's go with that. I've got an idea. Obviously this is a war career mode, so why not add a weapon to this? I think that'll be so cool. The only problem is, obviously aiming up and down and aiming left and right is going to be annoying with the pivots that we currently own. Which, yeah, are not very big. No, they are too big. That's what I mean. So, what I'm going to do is go to the rear right here, and I am actually going to do this. Okay, which lifts it out of the back. Bit strange, but also completely fine. Let's go ahead and chuck that in there, and actually chuck this guy in here. Okay, we're then going to go ahead and paint all of this bit. That's fine. Delete these guys, because we don't want them there. Delete these two as well. And I think, if I go to pivot, obviously I can shove a velocity pivot in here, just like this, right behind the driver. That's fine. And then I'm going to need a pivot pointing up and down. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll actually just take the pivot, or the same gun off my boat, and put it on here. Let's do that. Well, would you look at that? I mean, that looks pretty crazy to me, but I think we'll actually delete one of the thingamabobbies, obviously. As soon as we get a better rotation pivot thingamabobby, this will be changed. But look at that, we have a cannon mounted to the rear of this thing. I mean, that's kind of wild. Well, it's very wild. Let's go ahead and put these guys in next. So these two are going to have to be put, I don't know, inside, I guess? So let's just shove them in here. In fact, if I flip them over, I could just put them there. There we go. And then I'm going to delete this one, this one, and this one. And well, actually, I'll just do it with this. So, cut this. There we go. Flip it over. Bring it this way. Chuck it here. Bring it up. Paste it there. And then merge that all together. But first, I need to paint it all. There we go. Merge that with that. That with that. There we go. Hopefully, we can connect the battery to these guys. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. And then, I think that's all still connected. So it should just work. I'm pretty sure. Alright, yeah. It's gonna be weird, but I think it's correct. Alright, chuck this guy on the back of here like this. Go ahead and paint the tops of that like so. Merge this guy in with this. And then go. That is bizarre. Obviously, if we didn't have such a big pivot here, this would be great. But I still feel like this is still going to be great. So we're good. I'm happy. Obviously, we're going to need extra ammo at some point, so let's try and shove some underneath. I feel like that is in a terrible location, but I don't know. It's there if we need it. Oh, imagine if that hits the ground and just explodes. That could be a problem. But the rest of it, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Imagine if there's a helicopter flying over, we could just jump off. Jump on the cannon, and then just be like, brrr. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Obviously, since it's now a military vehicle, let's go ahead and change it to be military colors. I think we'll just go with green. There we go. I think that'll do, actually. Gonna change the interior color to be like that. Paint the seat to be like that as well. This little section right here, I'm happy with. There we go. I'm really happy with that. Since we got rid of the cable anchor, I'm going to go ahead and shove a new one in, but I'm going to shove it on the front. I don't see why not. Let's just leave it there. So when we need to charge this thing, we just run to the front, connect it on. That's fine. All right, labels. So 2 is for lights. Yes. 1 is for brakes, and that's it. That is actually it. You know you're dead when a tractor race car thingamabobby comes at you and tries to destroy you, right? I think, maybe. This is actually pretty cool. This is way cooler than anything I expected to build. But, like, it's pretty awesome. One thing, by the way, we might have an issue with this series. We might have an issue. Currently, on the map, I actually don't see any enemies anymore. And I don't know why. So either they're not there anymore, or maybe they are there, but the map isn't showing them, but I don't see that as being the case. So I don't know what's happened, but they're not there. They're not showing. I'm just gonna continue as if maybe there are enemies, but yeah, I don't know. So let's just drive home. I'm actually gonna drive up there, because I'm lazy. Because I want to sort of test this thing out on the back. Is the ammunition gonna hit the ground in some sort of crazy way that is gonna explode the car? Well, let's see. Uh-oh. I've put myself in a bit of a bad situation here, it seems. Alright, hang on. I might need to jump out to fix this. 1 second. Fortunately, the car doesn't weigh an awful lot, so pushing it about is easy. Anyway, we're back on it. The off-roading capabilities, considering this car doesn't have any suspension, currently, uh-oh. I was gonna say, currently is amazing, but actually I've just now tipped it over, so maybe less amazing now. But look at this. Look at this. Just push it, and then reverse out. Alright, let's put like a tiny bit of reverse on, and then push it. Go. Hey! Nice! Okay, then we can jump back in, turn that off, turn this off, and then we can drive home. My goodness. Come on, turn! Turn, yes! Reverse again, yes! It's not a very accessible place to a car, actually, is it? But we made it here, so that's good. Oh, would you look at that? Research complete! We now can make land vehicles! Haha! Yeah, whatever. Whatever, buddy. Whatever, buddy, bro. Let's see if we can get another mission, though. I kind of want a mission that allows me to use my new vehicle. But most of the missions that we currently have are actually just, boat missions, to be fair. So, we're gonna go to sleep again. If I get a land mission, I'll do it. Whoa, I've never had this from a mission before. Look at this. So, there's people here that require to be transported to the power plant, right? And then there's people over here that require to be... Wait. Yeah, that require to be... No, transported to the power plant. Wait, hang on. What did this one say? Transport 2 power plant engineers to the airport terminal. Yeah, so they're just swapping places. That's really weird. Not seen that before. Well, there is a mission for us to do right now, so I'm gonna head out and try and do it. Essentially, I need to travel across the world in order to get to this guy to evacuate him, that guy to evacuate him, and apparently there's a fire as well. So we need to do something about that. But I need to drive all the way there. Currently, speed, I don't have any situation with. Like, there's nothing I can really do about speed. I can't see how fast I'm going. However, I can see my battery power. And we can actually charge this thing up as we drive. So, we're just going to drive there. Hopefully, we can make it all the way. I don't actually know these islands very well, so I don't know where I'm supposed to go, but I'm thinking there's a bridge here. I actually really don't know, but I'm going to continue down the south bit. Maybe down this road. And then hopefully, I don't know, we can cross over here. I don't know, though. I have no idea. Oh. Almost crashed out. Have we got different tires on different sides? I definitely do. On this side, I've got all-terrain tires, and on this side, I've got high-grip tires. How have I managed to do that? Okay, I didn't actually record that, but I just jumped off that cliff, and I'm fine. That is so lucky. I, like, fell off the cliff. I didn't even see it. That is crazy. But, yeah, we're okay. So, we must be quite balanced in that situation. That's mad. How much battery charge do we have? 87%. Okay, and we've made it actually quite far. This thing is driving extremely smoothly, especially for the fact that it has, like, odd wheels on each side. I don't know why I've done that, but there you go. We are going to cross over the bridge here that has revealed itself, and we're going to continue in. Obviously, as we continue in, we'll be able to see what the extra bits are, or what is even over here. And that'll be great, but currently don't really know. I have a feeling that there's just no enemies, and I don't know what to do about it. Obviously, everybody complains to me saying that the last series was only 5 episodes. What if this one's even less? But it's not really my problem. Like, it is. It is definitely my issue. But, like, I didn't cause it. I don't know what's happened, but the mods either haven't loaded or I don't know what's happening. If anyone knows what the problem is, let me know, please, because I don't know. But yeah, I'm not seeing any enemies. I'm not seeing anything that even resembles enemies, so I think that's an issue, you know? Also, our battery charge currently right now is 79%. I'm going to go ahead and plug in to this siren right here and charge up while I can. Well, I've plugged it in, and slowly but surely we are actually charging up, which is excellent. How much is it to buy this place? 75,000. That's crazy. That is actually a lot of money because it is literally just a train yard. So the only workbench here, I believe... Oh no, actually that's not true. There's this. This is obviously a workbench, but I believe you get that thing over there as well. Yeah. So maybe it's not as bad as it seems, but 75,000 is still quite a lot. In order to get this to, like, fully charged, it is going to take a while, so I'm just going to go now. It's at 96%? Yeah, that'll do. That will do just fine. Let's turn the lights off as well, and actually, we need to head left. The problem is, there's a few bumps there, and we don't have the clearance to get over that. So we're going to go around. We're going to go around. Let's do this. Here we go. Zoom this way, and straight down to that building down there that we were just talking about, because I believe that's where the first guy is. Yes, that'll do. There's a guy right there. Oh, I am silly. Oh, no, no, no. So, previously, obviously we had a bunch of seats here. Now we've just got a gun. So, I don't know how I'm supposed to rescue all these people. he can go on the gun. How many people am I supposed to rescue here? One there, and then I don't know what's going to go on here. If there's any gas stations or something like that along the way, I can stop at those. Like there's one over here. I could fix myself up there. I don't know where the other ones are. I can't remember off the top of my head. Well, anyway, let's go across the bridge and see what we can do. Oh my goodness! Oh, brakes! Okay, I just did like a weird flip thing. That was not great, but we did survive somehow. Holy! I was about to say as well, we have rescued one guy apparently. It just said we rescued him, so we got 2,000. But I don't know which one we rescued, because I'm taking this one actually into the danger zone. so there's that. What's that, a fox? See ya. Right, we're going to zoom in still. We are very close to the fire. I do have a fire extinguisher on the side of this. In fact, I've got 2. So we can still do the job. Kind of. Oh, it's this thing that's on fire, and I have to rescue 3 guys. Fortunately, there is a hospital nearby, so it's not actually as bad as it seems, but still, pretty bad. Oh, wow, and it's very on fire. Alright, pause. Let's get a fire extinguisher, and then we can rescue all the guys. Oh my. Oh, it's very on fire. Oh, hopefully they're not all dead already. Are they? Is there going to be dead people up here? Doesn't seem like it. Alright, put out the fires. This thing is a big old fire, but run into it and it shall disappear. Or maybe it won't. maybe it'll stay, who knows. Alright, I think we got it. I think we got it. This is the last little bit, I think. Wait. It hasn't said that it's gone out. Oh, I see a little bit over there. I'm stuck. Oh, it's gone out. Alright, perfect. Okay, so I believe up here is where the guys are. Let's have a little looky up here. Yes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3 of them. Follow me, and follow me. The thing about Stormworks is, you can't get on ladders from above. So, okay, that guy might have died. That one might have just died. No, he's alive. He is actually alive. Okay. Come with me, everybody. We're going to try and fit them in here somehow. Does that seem okay to you guys? I'm just going to go slow and hope for the best, but they are literally stood all over the place. One of them stood on the barrel of the gun, I think. There we go. She's in. Okay. Oh, already lost one. Let me go grab him. One sec. Why is it so bumpy over in this area? Like, it's really, really bumpy. I'm just gonna go ahead and cruise this way. Apparently the hospital's on the other side of that, like, thing over there. So we'll just... Whoa! Oh my goodness! This thing can go up, like, really steep things, but having the guys fall off all the time is really annoying. Well, here it is. This is, of course, the hospital, so let's stop. There we go. Wait, no. Yes. This is like a different mission. So that guy is part of a different mission. Come with me. Come with me, and you come with me. Grab a first aid kit. In fact, grab a few. Fix you, fix you. Okay, and fix you. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Everybody in, let's go. Weirdly, I'm delivering these guys to where a tsunami's about to hit. Which doesn't seem like the best idea, but it doesn't bother me. Does not bother me one bit. Okay, let's have a little look in these rooms. See if there are any crates in here for me. No, no, and no, unfortunately. I'm gonna go to sleep, so it's daytime. And then, whoa. And then we're gonna head out of here. And hopefully, rescue the other guy who is down there. There's only one of them. Do I really have to save him? I kinda don't think I do. I might just leave. But there is a train stop there. Does the train stop have... No. Wait, does the hospital have a siren? No, I don't have that much charge left, so I think I'll just rescue this one guy. That's really sad, though. Yeah, because at the minute we only have, what, 80% battery charge? Obviously, as the battery charge goes down, our top speed goes down. So, yeah, I guess the battery charge goes down slower as well as the battery charge goes down, but still, that's, it's not something I want to risk. I don't think. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and travel back all the way across here. We're going to go to the train yard, probably, to charge up again, and drop off this person, and then head all the way back home. You know what? I'm not going to stop this series. What I'll try and do is restart... But obviously, we'll actually keep the amount of research points we have, we'll keep the amount of money we have, and we'll also do all of the research that we already have as well. As long as I can find it in the files, we should be good. Unless they've changed the files, of course, then I might not be able to do it, but we'll see. We will see. But then we'll obviously use the vehicles that we've already made, and I think that'll be fine. And then we can actually continue the series with the enemies. Because that, at the end of the day, is what I want. So, yeah, we're going to continue. But anyway, let's drive home, and then we'll see how much stuff we actually have, and then we can tot it all up, and then see if we can make a new one. Oh, that was bad. We're okay, though. You know, this vehicle is actually a lot more efficient than I thought it would be. I really didn't think this was going to be any good, but turns out it's actually worked out really nicely. The ammunition situation on the bottom probably isn't a good idea, but the rest of it, I think is. We could add seats along here on the side if we wanted to, possibly on this bit as well, and then we can keep the gun on the back. Obviously, once I get the smaller pivots and stuff, that's going to be even better. Oh my goodness, the hill climbing capabilities are coming in here. Why? Yes. The fact that this thing's center of mass is just so low is so good. It, like, sticks to the ground, and that's exactly what I wanted. Sticks to the ground and then gets air. I mean, that's not quite right, but still. Anyway, let's travel straight back up there. We're going to go ahead and deliver the guy, and then I'm going to do some recharging, and then we're going to head home. Okay, let's go ahead and shove this back in there. Go ahead and get the cable off of here, attach it onto the back. There we go, attach that directly onto there. It should be charging, and then I guess we deliver this guy in here, but I don't know. Is this where we deliver you to? Oh no, the truck stop. Alright, stay on the car, we'll deliver you in a second. It's fine. You'll be birthed very soon. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We're on our journey again. Our speed? Oh, sorry, no. We don't have a speed. Our battery is at 96%. I figured that was fine. This apparently is where we have to drop the guy, so let's stop right here and just chuck him off, I guess. No? Alright, run around a little bit and then maybe he'll get delivered. Where do I deliver the man to? This is just a big box. Hello? I don't understand. Where do you need to be delivered to? I don't get it. It's like here somewhere. Maybe over here? Maybe on this bit? Oh, no. I'm literally having to run all the way around to deliver the man. That's so stupid. Well, I've ran pretty much all the way around the outside of it now, and I've obviously ran through the middle because that's where my car is. He won't get delivered. He actually will not... Wait, who even is he? Wait, no, I think I have delivered him. Oh, this is the one that got delivered as I went across the bridge. Why would he get delivered there, though? Alright, that doesn't make any sense. I'm out of here. He's just been with me for no reason for the last rescue. Whatever, I'm out of here. You know, I was just thinking on the drive back, what if, instead of having this handle right here, what if I actually ended up, I don't know, being able to control the gun from the seat? And I could just look around and shoot things from here. Whoa, that was bad. Oh, no. Oh, no, indeed. I'm stuck. I'm actually stuck. Oh, that was close. All right, put out the fire first. Okay, fantastic. Fix the thing as quickly as we can. Don't worry, we have many more batteries where those came from. And then flip it over. Flip it over. Come on. Flip. Please? Okay, flipping it might be more difficult than I thought. Unless... Haha! Easy peasy! Alright, our battery charge is probably down quite a bit now. But, we're fine. Oh yeah, we're at 50%. That's the lowest it's actually been. Okay, well that was my bad. That was my bad indeed. I went off track a little bit. But we are still okay. Perfect. Would you look at that? We've made it back to base. Yes, that is sick. So we drove all the way out there, we drove all the way back, and we did not die. So, you know what? That's a positive. Way! Almost died when we got back, though. Okay, so, something that we need to change straight away. Instead of having high grip, we're actually just going to go for all-round tires again, and all-round tires there. Would it be weird to have double tires on the front as well? I think it would. But also, it'd be kind of interesting. I don't know. Let's just save it as is, and I'm happy with that. Okay, right. So, we're in a situation. Oh, we're saving the game, so I can't move. We're in a situation right now where we need to restart the game, but we need to make sure we have the same amount of money and stuff like that. So, I've got a pen and paper here. We need to have $1,165. Okay, so that's a lot of dollars. We have 6 research points right there. Okay. And then what have we researched so far? Can I see what I've already... Oh my goodness. Don't know how to see what I have researched. 4 for fluid management. So currently we're up to 10. Okay. We researched land vehicles. That's 7. Okay, so we're up to 17. What else did we research? Basic mechanics, so that is 27. Alright, we're up to 27. Is there anything else? Weapons. I unlock weapons. But how do I find weapons? Where is that? Where is the weaponry? Solid rockets? Is it before that? No. I don't think I'm going to be able to find how much it was. Alright, we got this, which is 2 as well. It's up to 29. Okay, and then, yeah, weapons. I don't know. I actually don't know how much weapons was. Oh, and doors. That's 5. I can't remember what we were up to. I think 34. And then weapons. I think weapons were 10. So we're just going to go ahead and give ourselves 40 research points and 111,065. $165. Okay, well, that's going to be it for today's video then. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed whatever the heck this was. And let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of that vehicle. I actually think I really like it. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.